Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, the green light for a Traralgon North residential development. First tonight, tributes continue to flow for a popular Mallacoota couple killed in the Malaysia Airlines disaster. Close family friends confirmed on Friday Mary and Jerry Menke were passengers on board flight MH17 that was shot down in Ukraine. The couple was instrumental in establishing the abalone industry in Far East Gippsland and ran the business Mallacoota Abalone Pearls Australia. Friends say the Menkes were on their way home from celebrating Jerry's 70th birthday in Europe. The East Gippsland Shire insists it's unlikely the recent death of 3 dolphins near Mallacoota is linked with construction at Bastion Point. Contractors are using machinery to excavate part of the reef as they build a controversial breakwater at the site.
Just over a week ago, 3 short-beaked common dolphins washed up dead on the beach at Gabo Island. All 3 were female adults weighing around 80 kilos.
It's unusual in that there was 3 of them and they all seemed to be looked relatively healthy, and that's certainly why we went to the effort of retrieving those animals and bringing them in for autopsy.
It prompted fears from some Mallacoota residents that the deaths were related to excavation work at the nearby Bastion Point and that hydraulic drilling or the blasting of rock could cause harmful underwater vibrations.
I think it's very unlikely to be linked to the Bastion Point works. There's been no blasting undertaken on site, and the excavation of the rock has generally just been mechanically with an excavator.
There's no physical things that would say that they've encountered any sort of percussive damage or any even blunt force trauma or shark bite or anything like that. So the tests that we're doing are more looking at what may be happening internally with these animals.
Authorities say they may never be able to tell what caused the dolphins to perish, but samples sent to pathologists should at least indicate whether they succumbed to a virus.
Certainly 2 of the animals seem to be compromised in that there was no evidence that they'd been feeding recently.
Meanwhile, what's called a sea trial of the approach to the boat ramp last week has highlighted some problems with the safety of the current design, and the Shire is now investigating whether it needs to remove or shift one of the navigational markers in the channel.
Although the navigation aids and the channel is 25 metres wide, which looks fine generally, when we actually had boats out on site and we trialled them, it just felt a little bit too tight as you enter the breakwater.
The council insists the required change is minor and won't cause a cost or deadline blowout. Tom Kelly, WIN News.
Police are still